Hey guys, I'm here at the Holly Hill Mall, and I found some old pictures of this mall from the 1980s and the 1990s, and I thought it'd be cool to, just to match up some shots because it's so much different now. I don't know, it's kind of a boring mall now, sadly. But back in the day, even though it was a small mall, it was kind of cool. It had some cool shops, and sort of. I guess it's sort of cool to reminisce about the old days and find some of the old stuff, old pictures of the mall back, more happier times. But let's go find some of these places. That used to be a jewelry store. You can kind of tell by the lighting. And that was the security. That's been there forever. Judging by this, it was a jewelry store across, or in that corner store there, that vacant place. Which is funny because Kay Jewelers was directly across from that. But I don't know if it was at the, they existed at the same time. They may have. I can't tell under that, whatever that is, that thing, if what that store is down the way. There used to be a stage in the middle of the mall. And where they're walking to the left, I believe it looks like that was, by pictures, that looks like that was the Will's Books. It was there at one time, maybe in the late 80s, early 90s. That was the J.C. Penney's. Yeah, trying to think where all this was. But there was a stage there, and there was a fountain there, and yeah, that's where the Journeys was. Now that's vacant. Now Will's Books ended up moving in there, that shoe store, and then that became Books A Million for a while. I miss when it was Books A Million. See, there's nothing here now. I think like the GameStop's the only. There's really, if you want shoes, you got that. But that was the Chick-fil-A, of course. You can see the remnants of the colors on the up there. You can tell that was designed to be a Chick-fil-A at one time. That's a cool little diner, though. I like all the art on the walls. This is the Aladdin's Castle back in the 80s and 90s. Of course, a lot of malls had Aladdin's Castle back then. This was a card shop. I remember going in there. I still have some of the cards I bought from the mid-90s. One of these places was the KB Toys. I don't know if it was GameStop. That might have been at the Martial Arts Academy. Yeah. Dave's Furniture was a Woolworths at one time, I believe. Yeah, I believe it was. It became a Goodies in the 90s, but I think it was a Woolworths. Could be wrong. Yeah, well, this place was built in the 60s, in 69, so at one time that would have made sense. Yeah, I was just looking at the pictures. You see, this whole facade has been redone, so they've done a lot of remodeling, but you could tell behind the stage it was a Radio Shack and then a Will's bookstore. It looks like the Wills would have been right there. That ended up being American Eagle at one time in the early 2000s. But yeah, they definitely put a little money into this. So there's an old remnant of the American Eagle. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun reminiscing about how this mall used to be and the good times we had as kids and teenagers here. Yeah, you know, just brings back happy times. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.